I'd like to show you how to work a 3-needle bind off without separating the stitches onto 2 needles. The example I have here is 1x1 ribbing that I have used as a reversible edging on a washcloth. Normally I would just Kitchener graft this together and that would give me a lovely couture edge, but if this were a large project like a blanket, that much sewing would probably tear up the yarn and make a real mess, and it would take quite a while too. And also on a blanket I might not want to divide hundreds of stitches over 2 needles. However, I can work 3-needle bind off, leaving all the stitches on 1 needle and just using a crochet hook. You could probably do this with a knitting needle as well, but I think the crochet hook makes it a little easier. And truth be told, this is not even a real crochet hook. It is a little gadget that Susan Bates makes for fixing mistakes in your knitting. And it's small, it fits in my toolbox rather nicely. So here I am, I have all the stitches parked on 1 needle. The first stitch happens to be a knit stitch. I enter it knitwise and slip it. So I slipped it knitwise and notice the yarn was in the back the whole time. Now I need to bring the yarn in front of the crochet hook or take the crochet hook behind the yarn, depending on your point of view. And now for the purl stitch, I enter the purl stitch as if to purl. And then I slip that off. So that was slipping knitwise with yarn in back, slipping purlwise with yarn in front. I am going to want to pull the yarn through all 3 stitches on my needle. This is a previously bound off stitch. This was the last bind off, and then this is the pair that are being joined together as I bind off. Remember, yarn overs in knitting usually go this way. Since I'm using a crochet hook, I'm doing what's more of a reverse yarn over, which goes that way. And I should just pull this straight through. I sometimes find that this gets stuck right here on this first stitch, but I have a left needle tip. And so if I get my left needle tip into the pair of stitches I'm joining, aha, I can pull that through. And then I can also pull it through the previously bound off stitch, and there we are. So I will do this just one more time. So it's knitwise with yarn in back, purlwise with yarn in front. Use your left needle tip to help you out. Do a crochet yarn over, which is a reverse yarn over for most knitters. And then yarn through all 3 loops on the crochet hook. And there you are. So if you need to bind off 3-needle bind off without separating stitches, as for 1x1 ribbing, or even for some forms of double knitting, I hope this will help you.